Good morning, guys. I think it's time for a little Q&A. So, thank you for the 1,000 subscribers, and it means a lot, and it means a lot that you're all actually still viewing my videos, even when I'm not directly covering Pyromania stuff. So, that means a lot. I'm glad you guys appreciate what I'm doing. So, today's gameplay, we're going to be on Harvest, and I'm going to be using the new Soldier rocket launcher, which I really like, and we're also later going to be on Lakeside, and I'm going to be a heavy, what am I using? I'm using the Tomislav in there, so I'll explain that when it comes up better, so I can actually see my whole loadout. I think it's a Tomislav, Sandwich, and Killing Gloves of Boxing, which I don't use often, but I do use the Sandwich very often, so there's that. Let's get started with the Q&A. So question number 1, who helped you write Bonk Boy? Bonk Boy was co-written by Idlehat. You all should go subscribe to him. Next question. What mic do you have? CO1U, a Samson CO1U USB Studio condenser microphone, which I just read upside down. If you have one, because they're like $100 or so, they're not that expensive for a good microphone. You'll notice it doesn't sound the same way, is because I do a lot of post-process stuff on my computer afterwards. Well, not how do I explain it? I have Adobe Audition, and I use Adobe Audition to record, and I have some I basically essentially use Adobe Audition as a preamp for my microphone, which is why it'll sound different if you have that type of microphone than what you're used to it sounding. Also, I've noticed how this microphone, well, any microphone can sound really different depending on the room and anything about it, and, you know, all the small differences. So there's that. Are you covering future TF2 updates? I don't think there will be another update in ever in TF2's history that'll be as big as Pyromania was to be. So I'll be covering the weapons and new stuff about them in gameplay. Maybe if they inspire ideas, machinimas, but I still don't have my hands on Source Filmmaker, so there's that. Maybe maybe covering videos of them. Maybe there will be direct videos covering them. I won't know yet, because the thing I had to explain about the other update was how there were things that needed explaining that weren't explained on the blog or anywhere else. Though I kind of guess that goes with weapons too, because some of them are kind of misleading or not directly understandable in what they say on the item descriptions, like the sniper rifle. Some people get confused on what focus means. So there's that. Host a server. Are you ever gonna host a server and or stream? I had a server that was used for body acting. However, now with Source Filmmaker, I'm not required to have body actors. So I don't know what I'm doing with the body acting group, but with the server, I might as well turn that into one you people can join. However, there's only 10 slots, but I don't expect, you know, a lot of you to be consistently playing on there. I don't think I'd use the server for filming either, because I think it's more exciting to not only get random people in here, but you know, to have like 12 teams instead of 5 teams. Actually, it would be 5 to 4 teams, because replay still counts as a player slot. Streams, however, my connection is notorious for being very bad, and streams are like the worst thing you could imagine when you have a bad connection. So I can't do streams, and probably won't for a good long while, because it's pretty intense on internet to do streams, and I don't have the best internet. So that's streams not gonna happen. I will be on other people's streams. Excuse me, I will be on other people's streams like I've been on Tom's streams. So I don't know if I'll be on Tom's streams again, because I don't know if he's doing more TF2 stuff, and I don't know if that TF2 stuff's gonna involve me. So there's that. What made you start videos? Well, I started Machinima. Let me sit down and explain this. When I was a lot younger, I had seen Red versus Blue, and I didn't think anything of it. I didn't think it was something inspiring or that amazing. However, when I just looked more into what Machinima was, I had realized that you could do Machinima. I was a Nintendo fanboy, by the way. I realized you could do Machinima in Smash Brothers, and that blew my mind. That was what got me interested in doing it. So I was like, hey, I want to do this. Like the first Melee machinima I saw was Smashtasm, and that's what's inspired me originally to start doing stuff. So when Brawl came out, I was doing machinima for that. I already explained this in the 1000 subs again video about what happened there, so there's that. So I was inspired by Smashtasm. Eventually I grew into this TF2 fandom because Idlehat showed me TF2, which is answering another question, how I got into TF2. Idlehat showed me TF2 on Xbox, and we had realized there was this whole other world to it on PC back in 2009 or 2008 when we started playing. So there's that, and we've been playing it consistently ever since. Maybe an occasional break from me, but, you know. What made me start doing videos in TF2 was it was something I love, and I thought it would be good content for the subscribers. Even though they were subscribed to me for Brawl stuff, they were open to it, and though honestly it didn't get many views at first, but you know, it grew a bit. But then I got closed out of that account and then started here fresh with TF2 stuff, and so far that's gone well because you're all here actually listening to me. So what started TF2 commentaries was I realized how commentaries are an actual thing that people enjoy, and I have a joy, what do I want to say here? Given gesticular motion, as if you guys could see me. I enjoy public speaking. Do I want to say public speaking? I enjoy speaking, and this is a great way to do it. And now I'm going on 7.5 minutes of consistent speaking. I don't know, I'd be pretty annoyed by it, but you know, it feels good. It feels good, I love it. I just love talking, and if I had to do anything with my future, I would hope it involved public speaking or speaking and commentating to people, radio, you know, something like that, but whatever. So, do you have a Steam group? Yes, I do. I had the Body Actors group, but now I set up one for fans to add me on because a lot of you guys are adding me, and I can't take people on my friends list and just block it up, because you'll notice in like videos, people will be randomly coming online or start playing TF2 or even join the game I'm in, and you'll see them in the recording. I don't know, when someone thinks back to that, they're like, oh man, oh man, that's kind of annoying that I'm right there. But so I think it's for everyone's benefit, for mine, because I have so many friends already. I don't want to between fans and friends on Steam. So I have the fan group, which I do check often, and so you can join that if you're a fan, and that also helps me because this is why this is what helps. This is why people have large, extensive fan bases, because their fans branch out and like their videos, they share their videos, they favorite them, and people see what others favorite and share, and then those people will like and share those instead, and it's an infinite chain of that. That's how fan bases grow, is when people actually like and share stuff. And the same thing goes for a Steam group. When you guys join a Steam group, someone could be randomly looking at your profile and see you're a part of this group, and then they look at that group and they get interested in what that group is about, and they see it's about some YouTube commentator, so they go and check them out. So that's how fan bases grow, necessarily. Favorite animal? Penguin. Penguin? Yeah, penguin. Well, or parrots. God, this is such a hard question. I don't like it. I'm moving on. What hat would you be if you could be one? Gee, what hat would I be? Wow. I never thought of something so philosophical before. If I could be a hat, what hat would I be? Saxon Nail Mask. Okay, next question. Favorite class? Pyro. As if you took 2 seconds to look at my icon, you would realize that it's a Pyromancer mask. So I love Pyro class, and my favorite, for a later question, my favorite hat for the pyro is my unusual pyromancer mask, which is a pyromancer. It's painted pink and has a spinning heart around it. So there's that. That's cool. Tober opinions and how it will work. I haven't heard. I know as much about Tober as you guys do, and if you don't know what Tober is, that's robots spelled backwards, and it's about a new game mode that's possibly coming to TF2 that's been hinted at for over a year now, well over a year. Since the Engineer update, this has been teased by Valve. So what to expect from it, we don't know. What do I think of it? I don't think it's gonna be like a horde mode type thing, because horde mode and big teams don't work together. They just don't work. That's why there's only co-op kinds of horde mode. That's why Gears of War is only a co-op mode where, like, I think it's 1 through 4 or maybe 1 to 2 players. But and it's the same thing for Halo. There's a reason that doesn't go beyond, you know, that many people. It just gets so it'd just be a conglomerate mess to have 32 people, or the regular 24, going against bots, unless there was an extreme amount of like 200 bots of other players coming out at the same time. So there's that. Let's see, ever been scammed through trading? I'm not. No, because I only use Steam trading, and if you're a functioning human being, you would think you would I don't understand how people do get scammed. You have to think about these things, and it's not hard to not think about it. I mean, I understand using exploits. If someone uses exploits against you to scam you, that's different. But when they're like talking about not using Steam trade, then a bunch of sirens to be going off in your head saying that you're about to do something stupid. So no, I've never been scammed, and I've been pretty smart with that. So next question, is pyro male or female? Probably female. I don't know, and it's still a mystery, but whatever. Bonk Boy or Bonk Helm? You all should go watch the machinima I made a while ago called Bonk Boy. That'll answer your question. By the way, Idlehat helped write that. Show your backpack. There you go. There's my backpack. Best hat in the game, unusual oh yeah, I already said that. Favorite loadout? I'm running out of time here. Let's be the last question. Favorite loadout? Degreaser, reserve shooter, and mailbox. Okay, one more time for another question. What other games do you play besides TF2? I don't play any other games besides TF2. I have some, but I don't play them much. Minecraft a little bit. I tried to get into the Tribes Ascend, couldn't do it. But TF2 is mainly the main game I play. Portal 2, I loved. Portal 2 is my favorite game of all time. But there's that. I'll see you guys later. This is why people don't do huge Q&A videos, because the questions go on for longer. I'll see you guys later.